Hey there, comic book fans. I am back from the comic shop again this week, and it was a big week for me because I got 8 comics and a book. I don't usually get books at the comic shop, but I did this week. But first, I'll show you my Top of the Printer Museum covers this week. We got Jimmy Olsen number 80, a Curt Swan cover. I had to look that one up. And a Justice Machine number 5 by Keith Pollard and Mike Gustovich. Didn't have to look that one up because their signatures are down there. Along with the colorist, too. STM Media, I can't... Yeah, this Justice Machine came out in the early 80s, was probably the first indie comic series on my pull list in, 1983? 4, whenever that one came out. And of course, Jimmy Olsen came out in the 60s. I did not buy this one off the rack. I got it somewhere along the way. And when I started reading the Hembeck, Bah Hembeck magazine and stuff like that, he was always writing little things about Jimmy Olsen, so it made me go back and look up some old Jimmy Olsen issues. So I probably got this in the 80s, as well as this. So there you go. There's the two that sit on the top of my printer all week, so I can look at their covers. What else do we have here? Oh, we have a first comic shop news in a few weeks. I think it's been like 3 or 4 weeks since I got one of these. Homecomings, a hairy situation in Kitsune. Don't know who that is. Oh, we got lots of information here. We'll read that and see what's new in the world of comic shops. Then let's see. We have Starhenge, Book 1, The Dragon and the Boar, issue 5. I'm not sure how many issues this is going to be, 5 or 6. This one feels a little thin. I don't know why. It's got a thick cover, though. Let's see if there's an end on it. Sometimes I like to glance at the end to see if there's... Well, this might be the last issue. I don't know. It didn't have a to be continued or anything on it. It had a big splash page, but I really didn't look at it because I don't want to spoil it for myself. But a fun Liam Sharp book. That's just this wacky, weird space-time travel. Takes place in the past, the present, and the future with robots fighting humans. Don't even know how to describe it except weird. I'm enjoying it. And then we've got Spawn number 335. Pretty nice Spawn cover. Once again, still only $2.99. That's why I'm buying it. It's the last of the $2.99 books, so I'm picking it up. I don't know. I think the other Spawn books might still be $2.99. I'm not sure, but I don't need 4 Spawn books at $2.99. One Spawn book at $2.99 is good for me. Big Spawn war going on. Who is it? Rory McConville's the writer. Carlo Barberi's the artist. They've been doing it for a while now. It's an okay book for $2.99. Let's see. Radiant Black, issue number 19. No, 19. In World War II, the average age of the soldier was 26. In Vietnam, it was 19. No, 19. That was a song from the 80s. This has been a fun, good book. Who's doing it? Kyle Higgins is the writer. Marcela Costa is the artist. The inker is Carlos Eduardo. The letter is Becca Carey. I've been liking it. It's a good superhero book. I keep thinking it's a teen superhero book, but these guys are supposed to be in their 30s. But they look like teens. I mean, come on. They don't really look like they're in their 30s. No 30-year-old has pointy hair. But I've been enjoying this. There's a whole, what do they call it? Supermassive Radiant Black is part of the new story arc. I didn't realize that. It says that up there. Part of the Supermassive Universe. I've liked a couple of. I like the other one from the. All of a sudden I can't remember. Rogue Sun. I like that other one too. Then we've got Love Everlasting. I've been enjoying this. The art is terrific. I have no idea where it's going. Because so far, this is issue 4. First 3 issues have been the story. They're told like old time romance comics in different romance genres. And somewhere along the way, to Raphael the Bastard, And somewhere in the story, the lead woman realizes she's in a romance comic. And sometimes that continues from story to story, and sometimes it doesn't. So I don't know. I don't know if there's an overall arc point to these stories. I just don't know. But I've been enjoying them. So, like I said, the art and storytelling is terrific. Who's doing this? Charretier. Tom King and Elsa Charretier, or Charretier or something in French. But my French pronunciation isn't that good. Nothing but War to Endor. I guess it's a war romance story in this, sort of an EC Comics thing. We'll see, but I've been enjoying it. Like I said, I don't know what the point of the series is, but it's entertaining. Dark Ride #2. This is by the same guys who brought us Birthright. Joshua Williamson's the writer, creator. Andre Bresson is the creator artist. Adriano Lucas is the colorist, and Pat Brousseau is the letterer. I enjoyed Birthright a lot. This has something to do with a haunted amusement, but this family runs this amusement park. That's the son, I think. But their father made a deal with the devil or something to get this haunted. So it's like a horror-themed amusement park, and I guess it's... Once again, I'm not sure what the point of the book is going to be, or they're just taking us along for a dark ride. But the first issue introduced us to this new employee who something good didn't happen to, and the son and daughter of the original owner. So gave us a little history of the theme of the park and how it came to be with the deal with the demon. Then gave us the story of the present day, the two kids running it or trying to run it. We'll see where it goes from there. What else do we have? Three Keys #2. My copy's a little damaged up there. I just put the first issue I thought was okay, so I put the second issue on my pull list. We'll see. I don't even remember. She's got pointed teeth. Maybe she was a vampire. I don't even remember the story, but I like the artwork. Very Adam Hughes influenced artwork. I think there's these 3 magical keys that yada 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 yada. People protect stuff with the magical keys that look like swords. Yada yada yada. I don't even remember the plot. I just remember going, "Oh, it looks pretty. We'll give that another issue." And here's one with my name on it. Orc Island, issue #2. There's a weekly one. I really liked issue #1. I don't read... even though I work on these, I don't actually read them while I'm working on them. I'm too busy looking at technical stuff. So when I get them at my LCS is the first time I get to read them. Let me check the varnish here. Checking the varnish on it to make sure it all printed okay. Oh yeah, pretty nice. And varnish on the back too. It was a good... Who's doing this story? The Orc Island, Joshua Dysart is writing it. Alberto Ponticelli is doing the art. Matt Hollingsworth, the color art. And Dave Sharp, the letters. And there's a Matt Kint backup story, too. Some nice artwork. Very colorful, very detailed. It's a $8 book, so watch out for the sticker shock. Let's see, the final book is... This must have come in this week and he just slipped it into my pull list. I was like, oh, I'll get... This is... I got the new Great Gatsby last week. This is the gold foil version. I bought a bunch of these gold foil versions. I don't think I got last issues, but... This issue was in my pull list. I didn't actually have it on my pull list. I just have the regular one on my pull list. And he put it in. I guess Roy, the owner, said, let's see if he wants it. So I said, sure, I'll take it. Why not? Pretty cool looking. And the book I got was something unexpected to me. Though I heard they were coming out with something new, which is The Night Eaters by Marjorie Liu and Asana Takeda, who are the Monstrous team. And I read that they've been taking a break on Monstrous to do another book. I didn't realize it was an actual book. So, luckily for me, as I was heading out to the comic shops, I usually pay for my comics in cash. I think I had $40 on me. as I was leaving, I'm like, I want to put an extra $20 in my pocket just in case, which I don't always do. But sure enough, this book I think was $25, and it's a diamond exclusive. So I guess it's a diamond exclusive. This limited run of 3,000 copies has an all-new exclusive cover by illustrator Sana Takeda. So I guess she did a different cover for the mass market version of this. If you get the diamond one, you get this version of the cover. In a bag too, I guess, to keep it nice. But yeah, that was just one. I was like, oh, well, it's not that. I was gonna put it on my pull list when it came out, but I didn't know it wasn't a comic. It was a book. So there we go. Let me show you a little bit of my work back here now. What did I do this week? That one's from a couple weeks ago. This is the one I did. Whoops. There's a printout. It's a printout of one of the Gatsby illustrations I've been doing. That's a strange one. Sort of a little mixing dreams of things with Gatsby. But this one has got is one person a hat? Is one person a stomach? I'm not sure. Is it an inside shot? Is it an outside shot? This one's weird. As if they all aren't. But sometimes I do something, I'm like, what is that? I'm not exactly sure. Is it a bridge? Is it some sort of massive outdoor artwork? That's for you and me to decide. Alrighty, there you go. Some comic books, some artwork, and you guys have a good week out there.